Now, the ANC Youth League celebrates its 74th anniversary this year, and it has come under constant leadership criticism, with many people questioning its relevance in pursuing the needs of young people. As part of its month-long celebrations, the League held its 74th anniversary in Emalahleni, Mpumalanga on the weekend, where its deputy president, Desmond Moela, warned against factionalism in the party. Well, to talk more about the issues the Youth League is facing and, of course, leading to its elective conference, we're joined on the line by Desmond Moela, who is the ANC Youth League's deputy president. Good to have you. Thanks so much for joining us here on Morning Live.
Thank you, Leanne. Greetings to you.
So, as you celebrate the Youth League's anniversary, do you think it's still relevant in today's politics and youth development?
Well, the Youth League, Leanne, is relevant, and it will still remain relevant even in the future, because you will understand that we are the Youth League of the ANC, and if the ANC is still alive, it means that for the future we need to have an ANC Youth League. That is why even today we are saying the Youth League is relevant, because that's why we prepare future leaders of the ANC. And for us to be able to lead the ANC, we need to go through the structures of the ANC Youth League so that we understand the principles, the values of the organization, and all other relevant matters within the ANC. Yeah. So to respond directly to the question is that the Youth League is relevant, and it will remain relevant even in the near future.
Okay. Let's talk about leadership issues now, because as you celebrated yesterday the League's 74th anniversary in Mpumalanga, your president, Colin Maine, was not even part of the celebrations. Is this a sign of a leadership crisis within the League as you lead up to the elective conference?
Well, our president could not attend because he had his personal issues. He was not feeling well yesterday early in the morning. That is why he could not attend the celebration. However, the organization does not depend on individuals. Remember, when we are being elected as a collective. Now, President Colin Maine is part of the collective. We are also part of the collective. That is why I took over immediately when the president failed to attend because he had other pressing issues. That is why we had to run the program, and the program was a success. There is no crisis of leadership in the ANC League, and we are going to deliver a conference as this current leadership of the ANC League, because we are now preparing for a conference, and delegates will also elect another leaders of the ANC Youth League so that they take over from where we have left as the current leadership of the ANC Youth League.
I mean, you know, besides what you're saying, there have been a lot of reports on different candidate positions, squabbles and factions for the yet-to-be-elected leadership between some of the Youth League current leadership. How much will this impact on the work that's being done to improve the League's image? As you say, you feel it's still a very, very relevant organisation, but with the internal squabbles and succession battles that are happening, is this something that you're worried about?
Very worried, and however, it's normal in any organization. When you approach congresses and the conferences, you will have different views. You'll see different characters of individuals, which does not actually, at the end of the day, does not bring the synergy and the unity of the organization. We want to appeal to all comrades of the ANC that what we need to do is to unite the organization. Comrades must resist and desist from putting the organization into disrepute. Like, for an example, we can't put our own personal interests at first. We must put the interest of the organization, because this organization does not belong to individuals. Our responsibility is to make sure that we unite the organization. Comrades must not fight for positions, because positions are not permanent within the organization. So what we need to do as a collective is that we must unite the organization and look forward so that we are able to respond to the challenges that are faced by our young people on the ground. Because if we keep on fighting for positions, it means that we are going to forget about the challenges that we are faced with currently as this leadership and the incoming leadership. So our appeal as a collective of the ANC is that comrades must stop fighting among themselves. They must stop squabbling. but they must make sure that wherever they are, they put the organization at first and their interest at last, because it's not about them, it's about the organization. And we are going to make sure that if it comes to a push, this Congress must not be a contested Congress. All those comrades who feel very strong that they want to contest will feel very strong that we must talk to them so that we try by all means to unite the organization.
Just finally, you said something quite interesting, is that we must put the organization first. And I think a lot of people would love to have heard you say that you should put the youth first, because that's the impression sometimes that we get from the ANC Youth League, is that it's seen as playing ANC factions and actually ignoring the mandate of what you should be focusing in on, and that's the youth. And I move to my last question to you, because of the time we have. In a weekend newspaper, your president, Colin Maine, was described as someone who was shoehorned into the Youth League's top job by political kingmakers and oversaw the decline of what was once a vibrant ANC asset. Do you believe that this is a true reflection of the whole Youth League leadership? And, you know, in terms of you, how are you elected into your position?
Leanne, what is important is that I've said earlier on, our main task is to represent our young people, the youth in particular, on the ground. We must not represent our views. And we are saying that as the ANC, given the incoming leadership, as we are preparing for our Congress from the 18th to the 24th of October, those who will be elected, they must make sure that they represent our constituency correct, not their views as individuals. And we must not abandon our task. We represent our youth. We represent young people on the street, on the ground, everybody. We must make sure that we fight against triple challenges, your unemployment, inequality, and poverty. These are the issues that are at hand, rather than focusing on squabbles, factions, and so on, because factions does not assist the organization. It will kill the organization. That's what we're saying as the issue. And we are making a call again. We will make sure that we unite this ANC Youth League. Nobody must claim the wisdom of monopoly because he or she thinks that he or she can run the organization. No, we're not going to allow that, but we'll try by all means to unite the organization so that it represents the youth of South Africa, the poor, and all other young people who are affected.
All right, we leave it there. Thank you for talking to us. Desmond Moela, who is the ANC Youth League's Deputy President, talking to us from Mpumalanga on the line. It is 7 o'clock. Let's quickly get